A month ago, I reviewed the blaxploitation action flick Coffee with Pam Grier, which really tore up the views in in the view count. And of course, after that, I reviewed Foxy Brown, which did okay, but just didn't do great. But I want to try it again with another one of these badass, kick ass films Miss Grier did back in the 70s. I just watched this for the first time ever, and I'll tell you what I thought about it. This is my review of Sheba, baby. This is Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So, greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome again to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. I'm the Big D, and this time around, I bring to you a review of the 1975 blaxploitation action flick Sheba, baby. Released by American International, directed by William Girdler, who co-wrote the story with David Sheldon, who served as producer. The film stars Pam Grier as the titular character, along with Austin Stoker. The film was released on March 26, 1975. And this was a pretty big one and what have you. This, of course, was the next big thing for Miss Greer after doing Coffee in 73 and Foxy Brown in 74. Now, and this part of the story isn't going to take long, but I'll give you a little bit of a warning at close to the end. So let's get into the first bits of the story. Private investigator Sheba Shane returns from Chicago, Illinois to her hometown of Louisville, Kentucky to confront thugs who are trying to intimidate her father, Andy, into dissolving or handing over his family insurance company business. Sheba teams up with her father's partner, Brick Williams, and the two rekindle their old romance. Driving in her father's car, Sheba is nearly killed when the vehicle explodes. The local police warn Sheba against continuing to pursue her investigation, but she persists. Later, four gangsters show up at Andy's office and open fire. Sheba kills three of them, but Andy is shot and killed during the battle. Sheba's investigation leads to an apartment complex where another shootout ensues. After a chase into a nearby amusement park, Sheba extracts a confession from a gangster named Pilot that the local gang is controlled by an insurance salesman called Shark Merrill. Now for this film's final act and ending together. So now's the time to stop this video at once. Go to the description box below and fast forward to the time below if you want to avoid the ending. As I count down now, if you've seen this movie already, please continue. Okay, you've been warned. Sheba joins a party aboard Shark's yacht, but is identified and captured. After the gang does away with Pilot by trying, not trying, I mean, by tying him to a speedboat and dragging him through the water at high speed, they attempt to do the same to Sheba, but she escapes using a knife she had hidden in her wetsuit to cut the rope. As Brick leads the police to the yacht, another gun battle breaks out. Shark tries to escape in a speedboat, but Sheba gives chase on a jet ski and kills him with a spear gun. Brick urges Sheba to continue their relationship, but Sheba insists on returning to Chicago, though she promises to return to see him again, since they are now business partners in the end. End of story. So, what did I think of Sheba, baby? Well, I must admit, this film isn't too bad. I will give it credit for what it had to offer with its action, what have you. Though, unlike Coffee or Foxy Brown or Friday Foster, which was released a few months after this that same year, this film got a PG rating and not an R rating by the MPAA. Overall, it still did fine, making 6 million at the box office. However, some critics were not quite impressed with this. Roger Ebert gave this a mere 1.5 star out of 4, and expressed his wish to see Pam Grier's screen personality using a better directed film with more ambition. Vincent Canby of the New York Times called the film a moderately entertaining B picture in the mode of Foxy Brown and Coffee, though somewhat less violent. Variety wrote, once you get past Grier's dazzling looks, and with coiffed hair, if I mispronounced that, I apologize, she looks better here than ever before. This is a flat suspenser kept unexciting by plotting, pacing, and poorly shot action sequences. Well, that's long ago. Just to heck with what they say. Gene Siskel for the Chicago Tribune was not impressed, giving this a mere star, saying the soundtrack occasionally misses lips, the dialogue always is stilted, and the fight scenes look as though they've been choreographed at half speed. Well, I can understand. Yes, some of it does. This film does have its flaws, but on the soundtrack, I disagree. But anyway, but for the last review, Linda Gross of the LA Times wrote the film is a routine adventure story, but thankfully the racism and violence are minimal. William Girdler's direction is listless and lethargic, and there is an embarrassing lack of electricity between Miss Grier and Stoker. Well, that may be, but I still liked it just because it had a good feel to it and a great score done by Monk Higgins. Now, the film features some pretty good songs, including ones that were performed by Barbara Mason, who actually was known for writing well, the song Yes, I'm Ready, which was a hit in 1965. Yes, which of course that included stuff like, well, tough to explain that, like the titular theme. And her song Yes, I'm Ready was actually a top 5 hit. But anyway, Mason sung songs like Sheba Baby, as well as I'm in Love with You, A Good Man Is Gone, and she did. I thought those songs were pretty cool and what have you. I mean, sure, this may not have managed to hold up to stuff like Foxy Brown or even Coffee or Friday Foster, which I have yet to see, but that will be reviewed soon. But even so, despite it may not have as much as intense as like the other films she's done, but still it provides a little bit of a fun atmosphere. I mean, I like the sayings of the film and what have you. The soundtrack's pretty good, and I like the performance from Miss Grier as Sheba Shane. I've gotta say, this is a pretty good character. I like her performance. Now, for the rest of the cast, we have Austin Stoker, who, of course, after this will go on to appear in John Carpenter's Assault on Precinct 13 after this, as he played Lieutenant Bishop, played Brick Williams. D'Urville Martin played Pilot, and Rudy Challenger played Andy Shane, Sheba's dad. Now, for the rest of the cast, we have Dick Merrifield as Shark, and let's see, Christopher Joy as Walker, Charles Kissinger as Phil, and Charles Broadus as Hammerhead. But anyway, yeah, there's some other characters with some of them are pretty odd names. But of the whole, I found Sheba Baby, it's not too bad. I mean, as the poster says, hotter in coffee and meaner in Foxy Brown. Anyway, so Pam Grier is Sheba Baby, Queen of the Private Eyes. So, sure, this may not have held up to the others, but still, I enjoy it for what it had to offer, despite its flaws and what have you. This film sits and a mere 28% on Rotten Tomatoes, where they say the film is a misguided and unoriginal private eye flick brought down by weak writing and an overly sanitized approach. Well, again, I'm understanding, but I still liked some of it. I mean, this was not too bad. Anyway, now it is available to watch on streaming services. Arrow Films actually did release this on Blu-ray back in 2016, which includes a new documentary on Pam Grier during her years at American International. So that's pretty cool. So with everything said, Sheba, baby, I think this film's kind of got a big misunderstanding and why. Sure, it's a PG rated film and it's not R rated, and I accept it for the fact, but even so, I did like it because of Pam Grier, its atmosphere, and even its great soundtrack. So it's overall a mixed bag, but it's not completely bad. But it's good in some ways. Would I recommend it? Well, if you're a die-hard fan of blaxploitation flicks, especially with Pam Grier, I say this will be right up your alley. So, what did you think of Sheba, baby? Let me know in the comments section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, click the bell for notifications, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Continue to help support my channel, and you know the rest. And well, now though I'm still going to give you Zootopia 2 tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to give you two vids. Zootopia 2 will be coming out tomorrow night, but tomorrow morning you'll get an extra vid. I will be doing my spoiler-free review of the new pirate film called The Bluff. So be prepared for that. So if you like this, check out my reviews for these other two films of Pam Grier's I've already talked about. Check out my review of the big one that really tore up the views last month on the channel. Check out my review of Coffee from 1973. The upper right hand corner is my review of Foxy Brown from 1974. Or if you'd like something else but with one of my color, check out my recent review of the underrated 1981 film Firecracker. I'm feeling the views of that are too cold. Come on, you guys, you can do better than that. Warm up and watch this. I'm not that I'm trying to encourage you or anything. Okay? Just give it a go for it. And the bottom right hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.